boys and badass babes. It is your favorite B-A-D-D bad girl of the Black Hills herself, Virgo the Vixen. And as always, hit those likes and subscribe buttons wherever you're at. All right, last week I did not get a chance to make a video, and due to, how can I say this politely, court order, or judicial influence, whatever term you want to use, I've been ordered to make a video talking about an incident that may have happened last week that kind of derailed me making a video. So the title of this video is Things Not to Say to a Police Officer, okay? Like I said, the courts asked me politely in their, how can I say this, in their own verbiage to make a video instructing things not to do or not to say to police officers when you get pulled over due to a traffic violation. Now, for the record, am I going to tell you about the incident that caused this video? Of course, that's in the order as well, so I will not gladly tell you about it, but I will tell you about it, all right? But also, they wanted me to throw in a few examples of previous behaviors that I may have been allegedly have done to law enforcement officers over the years. Okay, now we're going to start with the first, how can I say this, alleged incident, okay? I was allegedly pulled over for a simple minor traffic violation. I think I was going 5, maybe to 10 miles over the speed limit. Okay, it happens, you know, nothing too major. All right, the police officer comes up to the car, just like any, he comes up, and I don't know what it was in me. Maybe I was just pissed. I was not feeling good. I was, trying to get to point A, and I got busted, and that was my own damn fault. I'm not saying the cop did anything wrong in this case, or allegedly did anything wrong, depending on, the situation. But anyways, he comes up, and I don't help matters, because this is what I said to him. I looked at him, and I said, okay, I see you. I don't see the sailor. I don't see the construction worker. I don't see the Native American, and I don't see the cowboy. Are they coming anytime soon, or is it just going to be you who entertains me today? For those of you who did not get that reference, that is a reference towards the people, how can I say, the men who are in the group known as the village people, all right? Cops don't have a sense of humor. I'm going to keep mentioning this throughout the video. Cops don't have a sense of humor, okay? He did not appreciate the reference, all right? Now, if I would have just left it there, I might have gotten a lesser ticket. But no, I had to be the vixen. And so I decided to start waving my hands back and forth, start singing the song Macho Man. And every time it comes to the part, you want to be a macho man, I start pointing to the cop. Will I sing the song? No, I do not want to make your eardrums bleed. I can't sing worth a damn. But anyways, the cop did not find this scenario funny. In fact, he decided to throw in another ticket. I think it was bullshit about me running a stop sign. There was no stop sign for miles, but all of a sudden there was magically a stop sign just because I accused him of being a macho man. Well, actually, my exact words were a macho man with a small penis, but that's besides the point, all right? So whatever you do, do not make any village people references to the police at your next traffic stop. All right, that was the first alleged incident. The second alleged incident, okay, where I may have, again, minor traffic violation, I forgot to use my turn signal. All right, now the officer did not like my excuse when I told him, hey, buddy, I was just out of blinker fluid. Apparently, he didn't get the joke because he didn't like that. But then again, he wasn't really in a laughable mood because, like I said, cops don't have sense of humor about certain things. But I may have made a small comment to him before the blinker fluid, how can I say, bringing up the blinker fluid. All right, he strolls up to the car. I could not help myself You know how you have that metaphorical cartoon devil on one side, angel on the other. One's telling you, no, don't do it. The other saying, giving you the green light. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. Let's go ahead and do it because we want the video camera footage, which you never want because that's just a reminder of how much you fucked shit up. Anyways, he comes up. He strolls. I look over at him, and I'm just going to be polite. The officer may have been a little fluffy. All right? Not all police officers, how do I want to say this, are at a certain physical fitness level. Some might be a little bit more jollier or a little bit more fluffier than others. And this guy was at the level of, damn! If you know Gabriel Iglesias, you'll understand the levels of fluffiness, and he was at that level. Anyways, he comes up to the car, and unfortunately for me, I'm not listening to the angel who's just saying, be polite, shut up, look straight ahead, don't say anything, just keep your composure and be professional. I did this, poink, angel gone, I'm looking over the devil is giving me some good ideas, and I should have listened to the angel because the moment he comes up and I go, well, let me guess, you've been staking out the Krispy Kreme, or is it the Dunkin' Donuts? Which is it? Not the thing to say to an officer right off the bat, okay? Bad thing to say. Again, I might have gotten a little bit of leeway if I would have just shut my damn pie hole at that moment. But if I decided, hey, one good zinger deserves like 2 or 3, 4 more other zingers. I may have mentioned the fact that the material on his pants must be amazing because what his ass cheeks were doing to those pants was a crime in itself, and he should be given a ticket to himself because of what he's doing to that uniform. I may have mentioned that in a sort of vulgar way. I may have said things like, so you do get custom, how do I want to say this, Christmas cards from major donut companies, just curious. Yeah, that does not go over well. All right, so let's review. Do not make fun of a cop's weight, okay? They tend to get really sensitive, okay? You can make fun of a lot of things, but damn, when you get to the weight issue, it is just like someone just egging it on to where the point is, at this point, legal for the cop to tase you. And I'm quoting a judge on that one. Don't ask. I won't tell you the aftermath on that one. But anyways, the incident. This is the incident that got me to the point where I'm making this, how do we want to say it, public service announcement, court order video, whatever you want to call it. Here's the incident. I'm driving, and this time I know it's bullshit. All right, I know the traffic stop is bullshit. The lane normally veers off to the right. All right? I don't need my damn blinker light, but the cop thought, well, since I'm turning right and since the road naturally going right, I have to turn my blinker on. So, I wasn't going to use the blinker fluid excuse because that one didn't work. And so, I get pulled over. Fine. All right. Here's what happened. It is a female cop. She comes up and she is ripping into me. I don't know if she just had a bad day, and we all do. And cops, like people, are human beings. They can have bad days, unfortunately. Sometimes they get power trips. A lot of times they get power trips, I'm going to be honest, and they take it on us. Now, to be fair, I was not having a good day either, and I wasn't going to take this bullshit. Now, I could have just, been a sympathetic human being. I could have just been polite. I could have just let her vent, and I could have just, let it go. I wish to God I just let it go. Like the Elsa, let it go, let it go. I wish to God I just let it go because I didn't. And not only did I not let it go, but I leaned into it. Here's what happens. After she gets done yelling at me and trying to educate me, I've been driving, okay, for a good part of more than 30 years, all right? I know what I'm doing on the damn road. I'm older than the cop who came up to I've had more years on the road than this cop has been alive. Let me just put it that way. All right. I'm not happy. I'm not proud of what I said. But what I said was this. And after she got done with her little rant, I go, who the hell lit your tampon string on fire this morning? Can you please at least bring me the K9 unit? This way I can have something more intelligent, something I can actually talk to and have a rational conversation with, and something with less facial hair than you. Yeah, oh boy, what can I say? I royally screwed up with that. She granted my wish. Here comes one other unit, plus the K9 unit. All of a sudden, you would think that I'm El Chapo, okay? They are going through my car. They're basically, I can't say ripping the car apart, but let's just say they are meticulously searching through the vehicle for anything and everything they can use against me. Okay, I swear to God, they have the K9 unit, they had a backup unit, and they are just going through every aspect of my vehicle. Now, I may not keep the cleanest vehicle, I'll be the first to admit that, but it was kind of funny to watch the dog go, kind of go nuts on a box of leftover fries that I forgot about the other day, and he's going nuts over. So apparently you don't feed the dog leftover fries. That's what the judge says. But anyways, so here I'm in court, and body cam footage is not your best friend in a traffic stop, people. Okay, sometimes it is. Sometimes it ain't. In this case, oh God, it didn't go over well. The judge did not like what I said, and that's kind of where the situation where I am. Now, for the record, I'm going to throw in a few things you should do, as part of the service announcement that I agreed upon. So we've established, number one, don't make village people jokes. Number two, do not make fun of a cop's way. Number three, do not basically tell a female officer she has more hair than the K9 unit. That never goes over well. So I'm going to conclude this video with a few things you should do, because that's part of the agreement. Number one, try to be respectful. Okay, and if you don't want to answer questions, just be polite, saying, I'm sorry, I don't answer questions. Just give them the documentation that they ask. If they ask more questions than what you want to answer, just tell them, I'm sorry, I don't answer questions. Do not make any, sarcastic remarks, any threatening moves. Just be polite and just keep your cool as much as possible. Now that I've covered that portion, I'm going to give you some vixen tips. Number one, if the cop starts flirting with you, there's nothing wrong with flirting back. If that means showing off the girls to get out of a ticket, I say go for it. Just make sure the body camera's off. All right? If that means you have to put his face between your titties and motorboat him for a second or two, it gets you out of the ticket. I'm saying don't do it. I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying it's an option that you should be thinking of. If he wants to take you out for dinner, kind of take that one with a hint. It's kind of both good and bad. You can get a free steak out of it, but you might have a psycho man chasing you. So it's kind of like a coin toss. You got to take that chance. Anyways, my badass boys and badass babes, hopefully these tips that I have given you will serve you well on your next traffic stop by the local law enforcement. Anyways, who's your vixen, and bye-bye.